Hello, Tarot Tribe. Tarot Tribe, I am back with the Aquarius reading for April 2018 for this month. And the decks that I'm using is I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot, Energy Oracle cards, and the Sacred Rebels Oracle cards. Okay, I'm going to start with the Sacred Rebels. Okay, and we are going to see what messages are here for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon signs. As the God, Goddess, Spirit, angels, guardian angels, spirit guides, loved ones, spirits of light, what messages do we have for our Aquarius people who are Sun, Rising, and Moon signs? I ask for guidance into delivering your message today. We have one already popping out. Filter onto this one. And this one. There are some of you out there who are just fighting against yourself. You're going against what everybody else believes. And against the grain is you're almost going against the flow of things. Things are not going smoothly for you. And it's like you want things that are nearly impossible. You want birds to be able to fly underwater. You want love to trump power. Things like that. You want things that go against the norm. You want to make possible what others say cannot be done. You're a radical dreamer, a sacred rebel, and you bring the light of a more positive future to the world. However, this can have burdens. Deep within yourself, you may feel like you really don't fit in anywhere. You don't fit in with the rest of the world. It's like you have a different perspective on how the universe should operate. It's like you're very creative. And you like to lose yourself in music or nature, dreams, imagination, fantasy. I feel like maybe some of you like to lose yourself in art and literature, meditation. But you must go against the grain. It's just your way. You're not one to be a follower, but one to be an agitator. It's like you stir things up. Okay, so you march to the beat of your own drum, which is okay. And then we have come to life. Come to life is reminding me of your creativity, your thoughts, your passions, your ideas, bringing them from the fantasy world or in your mind into reality, bringing your desires into life of what you're longing for. Okay. Let's see. There's letting your artistic ability shine. And you're very, very artistic, it seems like. And you must support yourself and have the courage during the creative process. There's a monkey in this picture. You can see the monkey in the background. Your monkey mind is not to run the show. It might have a lot to say, and at times it's very convincing, but it's not the one in charge. Your mind can inspire you with ideas. However, it is the real you that spreads your rebellious sacred heart and living your life, not the monkey mind. The mind is not much more than a swirling habitual reactions, and beneath it all, there's a very deep sensual and creative, energetic awakening happening to you. It's far beyond what the mind is capable of controlling. Others might not like it because it shines. It shines and it shakes things up. You have a way of shaking up the situations around you. And coming to life tends to do that. And however, it is happening now. And the only real choice you have to make is how you deal with it. It's coming to life is feeling. It brings joy, and it could equally bring sadness as well, rage or fear. It could bring up all these and more. Feelings will come and go quickly, swiftly, when allowed to flow. You might need to paint, write, enact a ritual, or maybe sing and dance. Your feelings to help your energy flow. And it's about Spirit says don't hold back. Create the space for yourself and do it. The whole process is about uncovering the artistry of the universal creator. You're honoring that, and you're letting your creative juices flow. This may be about a project that you're trying to start. It just may be a creative way that to live your everyday life. I'm feeling somebody like exotic or somebody eccentric here, that you feel like you're misunderstood. Okay? But you're not to let that derail you. And you are to trust in yourself. Trust your inner guidance. Trust that little inner voice that is speaking to you. The inner voice is telling you to go with the flow. There's a lot of going with the flow. Like here, you're going against the grain, but you're still going with the flow of your life. Going with the flow of that paintbrush. Not listening to the mind, but listening to the heart. And trusting your instincts and trusting your heart in exactly what you want to manifest and what you want to and what you desire. Okay, and we're going to see and I'm going to do some tarot cards to see what the tarot has to say. I like these Crystal Visions tarot as well. So I get this really sense that you're trying to make the impossible possible, trying to prove everybody wrong in your unique way of looking at things and unique way of doing things. But because you come against you're going against the grain and you're coming against opposition, it makes you doubt your own path, your own self. And that's why trust yourself has popped up here. I did trim this deck here, the Crystal Visions, and colored it like a vintage color rose. Okay, King of Wands is just popping out. Okay, as the center card. The King of Wands is, it's again that creative side. The King of Wands is that passion. The King of Wands, kings are air, wands are fire. So very passionate, very intellectual, very fast moving. This is a movement card. The King of Wands really cannot sit still. You have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that you want to accomplish. And you want to, this is like being the center of attention, the center of the show. And I think that's where come to life, where the monkey mind is in there. You have to watch not to let the mind run the show, but let your heart, let your passions run the show. This card wants to jump out, and it's crossed by the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Upright, the Nine of Cups is obtaining your wish. Okay? And getting what you want and really indulging in things. However, it is reversed. So I feel like this is just a slowing down. That it's a warning that do not overindulge in things. Do not become pompous. Do not become a know-it-all. And again, it's like getting out of the mind. Getting out of your head and getting into your heart. And it's like the heart is ruling logic. Okay? So the Nine of Cups is more or less not saying you're not getting your wish or your heart's desire. But I'm feeling it could be an overindulgence. Getting too big of a head is what I'm being told. You have to be careful not to get too big of a head. Okay. And the Two of Swords came up reverse for the foundation, for the base of the situation. The Two of Swords is about blocking out the emotions, putting that barrier, blocking out your heart. And you don't want to see things for what they are. You're blindfolded and you're just letting life pass you by. But in reverse is saying, take off that blindfold. You uncross your heart. You let your heart free. The base of this whole reading is, again, I'm feeling going with the flow and feeling with your heart and not letting your head rule everything. Because that's something about Aquarius. You have a tendency to let other things you're very airy, you're very intellectual, you do not always, you're not very emotional. You don't let things go with your heart. Here's another Two of Pentacles in the recent past. So what the Two of Wands is what is leading up to where you're at now. It's about balance, balancing your energies, and I am getting I'm being told balancing out your heart and your head. You can't have too much heart, you can't have too much head, and you have to throw some practicality in it. You have to be grounded. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is saying, what leads you up to is about trying to ground yourself and trying to balance your life out and come to terms with who you are. And what crowns you is the Knight of Pentacles. So, as this reading progresses, this is a very grounding, this is a managerial, this is somebody that's good with numbers. This could be a healer. This could be somebody who is an accountant, businessman or woman, business owner. Okay, so I'm feeling like maybe you're dealing with a couple people. Some of you might be dealing with multiple people. This could be in regards to relationships as well. That in your personal relationships, romantic or business or friendship, that getting your true heart's desire is being blocked by somebody, like is presenting a blockage of overindulgence. Maybe you're dating multiple people and you're looking for that relationship, but it's not coming too quickly. And I'm feeling like some of you, here's another two, maybe juggling two people. I'm feeling like some of you are dealing with a relationship issues that you're trying to juggle two people. And because you're juggling two people, your true heart or your true wishes is being blocked. And you're trying to, you need to decide which route is best for you. Take that blindfold off and see the situation for what it is. Stop blocking your heart, letting somebody in. You got to let love in. One of these two people is the right person for you. But you got to unblock your heart and take that blindfold off. And take a look around. And see the energies. And twos are about decisions and communications. And it's about making you have a decision that you're trying to make. And again, with a relationship concept against the grain. You're going against the grain, fighting against where your heart really is. Your head's telling you one thing to go with one person, but your heart is telling you something else. And you need to trust your intuition. You're blocking out your intuition right now, but you need to trust it. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust your heart. The head can lie to you very easily and tell you what you think you want. But your heart is telling you something completely different. And in the near future, we have the Nine of Swords reversed. So, all the anxiety, all that turmoil, sleepless nights, depression that you have been suffering, you've been feeling very lonely, and you've been dealing with these two people, trying to juggle them. I'm feeling like neither one of them knows about the other. And you're trying to decide which direction you want to go. And the Nine of Swords is showing you coming out of that nightmare. And waking up with a clear head. Okay? It's time to end that nightmare and come out with a clear head And that is going to happen once you start making decisions and you start looking at the situation. And then how you see yourself is the Knight of Cups reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed is slowing down. The Knight of Cups is about wearing your heart on your sleeve, giving your heart to somebody. But being reversed, you're a little bit reluctant. So that, again, I'm feeling here, the holdback in your personal relationships is all about fear. And fear is shown in the Two of Swords in the base. And because it came up reversed, it's telling you what you need to do. You need to come out of that. Perhaps you were damaged goods and you were quite injured in the past. And so this is somebody who's proceeding with great caution. The Knight usually just rushes in and not afraid to take that chance and take that risk. The Knights are risk takers, but the Knight is in reverse. So the Knight is, you're not taking that risk. You're seeing yourself as being like very conservative. Okay? And in your surroundings is the King of Swords, your environment, people, things that have influenced you or are influencing you. The King of Swords, I feel, is somebody who has dominated your life. He's a third person. But I'm feeling he is stemming from the past. I'm feeling that maybe he's still in your environment or influenced only in the fact because the way that you think, the way that you look at things is as a result of him. I'm feeling somebody who he's very wise and intelligent and very analytical, and he could be critical too. So maybe he was somebody who was very critical of you, and maybe you were very intimidated by him. I'm feeling like he is somebody who rules the roost. He's large and in charge. It's his way or the highway. He reminds me of the Emperor. He is the minor equivalent of the Emperor of the major arcana cards. And he sets down the law. He sets down the rules. And I'm feeling like his rules is what has held you back all this time in progressing, not only in relationships, but in life in general. And now you find yourself going against the grain, fighting against everything that he has put in your head and everything that you have thought was right. And you were not allowed. I don't think he allowed you to be yourself. I don't think he allowed you to think for yourself. So, and your hopes and fears is coming up as Strength reversed. Strength reversed is telling me that you fear that you don't have the inner strength to go forward. Okay? You want to be strong. You want to be able to tame that inner animal. All that garbage that was pounded into your head, you want to get rid of it. And you want to draw upon that inner strength, but you're feeling weak. And Spirit here is to say that you need to turn that upright. Stop being so afraid. That King of Swords is just a man. It could be a woman with that male energy, but that other person is just a human being. You can't let them continue to influence you. You do have the inner strength. And if you trust in yourself, you will find that inner strength to move forward. And the final outcome for April is the Emperor. It's funny that I said these two mirror each other. Okay? You let the King of Swords rule you. Now guess what? It's time that you rule yourself. You become the Emperor. You become the emperor of yourself in your life. You take control of your own destiny. This emperor is laying down the law, laying down the rules. You don't have to follow somebody else's rules. Follow your own. Do what is right for you. Follow your heart. Follow, see all this red and this orange. Follow your passion. This is April 2018. It's a time to follow your passion and find yourself again. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and I am going to draw from the Energy Oracle cards. And see what they have to say. I always like to end with a piece of advice. The last oracle, I always consider the advice card. Oh, and I wanted, let's take a, well, Spirit's telling me, take a look at the shadow card. The shadow card is the Eight of Cups reversed. So the overall theme is about contemplating about walking away from something, walking away from a situation. And the shadow card is telling me that, again, you stay where you are because of the oppressive situation that you're in. And maybe you're not juggling and choosing two people. Or maybe you are. Maybe that one person is that King of Swords is still in your life. And you're longing for some more passion. And your wish is to have passion, but it's being blocked by this King of Swords. And it's time to take a walk. It's time to walk away from the oppressive situation. Okay? It's time to leave what no longer serves you. So in April, it is showing that knocking right on your doorstep is an opportunity to finally end the nightmares that you've been living. Okay. But the King of Pentacles, what you desire, or what you're looking at, or what you're thinking of, is a reliable, stable relationship with somebody. Somebody that's full of passion also. But you want to get away from the one who is cold and calculating and domineering. Okay. So, Oracle I have is walking away. What did I just say? With that Eight of Cups, no wonder Spirit was urging me to look at the shadow card. So, we're going to turn this shadow card right side up. Because this is the way it needs to be. It's time to walk away. Walk away from that oppressive situation and set yourself free. Okay, so this is the message that I do that is here from Spirit. And I still have the weekly reading for the week coming up that I'll be doing today. And I hope this has helped my Aquarius followers, Sun, Rising, Moon. If you like a personal reading, please do visit my website. I did have to change my turnaround time because I am getting busier through Etsy and other venues that I have a lot of client readings. I went from 12 to 24 or 24 to 48 hours. And I am now getting my readings out 3 to 5 business days. Hopefully I don't have to increase that, but I just want to put it out there. If you would like a reading, insights into your situation, if this is resonating with you and you want more information, go to my website, order a reading, and I will see you guys later. Bye. My camera didn't want to stop recording.